Your HVAC system in your home right now is probably oversized, running on 1960s technology and ducted with tubing that is kinked and sagging in your attic. HVAC technicians know this because they are the ones who get called when it fails, and what they install in their own homes looks nothing like what is sitting in yours. 99% of homeowners think that if the house is new, their HVAC system must be good. It heats up, it cools down, and the inspector passed it. The gap between what passes inspection and what actually works well is huge. Building code is like a floor, the bare minimum. And in most new construction, your HVAC system is the single biggest corner that gets cut. It is not because the builder does not know better. It is because the homeowner will not know until the first energy bill arrives. Here are 5 things HVAC technicians refuse to put in their own homes and why every one of them is probably in yours. Number 1. Single stage air conditioners and furnaces. A single stage system has one mode, full blast. It runs at 100% until the thermostat is satisfied, then shuts off. On, off, all day. This is the most common system in many homes. Every time it turns on, it draws a surge of power. It blasts cold air, overshoots the thermostat, then shuts off, and the temperature goes back up. Your home is never at the temperature you set. Because it runs in short bursts, it never runs long enough to remove humidity. You get a cold house that still feels clammy. What do techs install instead? Variable speed systems. They adjust between 25% and 100% capacity, run quieter, hold temperature within half a degree, and actually remove humidity. The upfront difference is $1,500 to $3,000. Energy savings over 10 years often exceed that. Builders install single stage systems every time because you never see the compressor. That was number 1. Number 2 is probably hiding in your attic right now. All flex duct systems. Flex duct is the soft accordion-like tubing coiled through attics and crawl spaces. It is cheap, fast to install, and used in a lot of new homes. When installed correctly on straight runs, it works fine, but it is almost never installed correctly. Flex duct sags. It kinks at bends. It compresses against framing. Every sag and kink chokes airflow to the room at the other end. A study showed that half an inch of sag for every 4 feet reduced airflow enough to kill efficiency. Techs use flex in their own homes, but only for short, straight runs. Every bend and elbow is rigid sheet metal. Builders use flex everywhere because it installs most of the time. You pay for it every month on your energy bill, and in rooms that never feel cold. That was number 2. At number 3 is the mistake that causes more comfort complaints than any other. Oversized HVAC systems. Sounds backwards? Bigger should mean better cooling, right? But no. In HVAC, oversizing is one of the worst things you can do. An oversized air conditioner cools so fast that the thermostat shuts it off before the system removes humidity. Your house hits 72 degrees but still feels sticky. This is called short cycling, and it causes poor humidity control, premature compressor wear, and wasted energy from repeated startup surges. Why does this happen? Because most builders skip the manual J load calculation, the formula that determines exactly how much heating and cooling your house needs. Instead, they use a rule of thumb, 1 ton per 500 square feet, and often round up. That safe guess is often a full ton too large. Technicians size their own systems to the calculation, not to a rule of thumb. That was number 3, and we are halfway through. Number 4 is the one most important thing homeowners never think to check: a single return air duct for the entire house. In many homes, there is one return air grill, usually in a hallway. pulling air back to the system. One return for every room. Here is what that looks like in real life. You close your kid's bedroom door at night. By morning, that room is 5 degrees warmer than the hallway, and your kid wakes up sweating. You blame the system, but the system is fine. It just cannot pull air from a sealed room through a closed door. When your doors close, your rooms pressurize. The system starves for return air and works much harder. Your bill will go up. Your comfort will go down. Technicians install dedicated returns in every major room or transfer grills above doors. The cost during construction is almost nothing. Retrofitting later means cutting walls, and builders often skip it because one return passes code. One more. Number 5 is the root cause behind everything else on this list. That was number 4, and at number 5, an HVAC system installed without engineering, no manual J-load calculation, no manual D-duct design, no airflow verification after installation. This is the root cause behind every other problem on this list. They oversized it and it's bad. The ductwork, the missing returns, all of it traces back to this. A proper manual J and manual D costs $300 to $500. The system they are designing costs $10,000 to $12,000. Builders skip $300 of engineering on a $12,000 system. That's like building a house without a blueprint to save on the architect's fee. Every technician who installs a system in their own home starts here. It's the foundation. Without it, you will have tons of issues later down the road. The HVAC system is the most expensive mechanical system in your home. Replacement averages $9,500 to $12,000. It affects your comfort, air quality, and energy bill every single day. And in new construction, it gets less design attention than the kitchen backsplash. They install the cheapest single-stage equipment, the cheapest flex duct. No load calculation, no airflow testing. It passes inspection because it turns on, and code does not measure whether it works well. Techs see it every day. Homes 3 years old with humidity problems, hot spots, sky-high bills, and compressors showing wear. The homeowner blames the brand. The tech knows it's the installation. A good HVAC system and a bad one can use the exact same equipment. The difference is the design and the install. That means the $12,000 system in your house might be performing like a $6,000 system because nobody spent $300 on a calculation. Here's how to protect yourself. First, demand a manual J-load calculation before equipment is selected. No calculation, no contract. Second, ask if the system is single stage, 2-stage, or variable speed. If it is single stage, ask what the upgrade costs. Third, look at the ductwork. If every run is flex, including bends, the system is underperforming. Use rigid metal at every direction change. Fourth, count your return air grills. One return for the whole house means a pressure problem. Fifth, after installation, demand static pressure and airflow testing. You do not need to understand the engineering, you just need to ask for the paperwork. The best HVAC system is the one that was designed before it was installed. Your HVAC system was probably oversized by a guess, ducted with the cheapest material available, and installed without a single engineering calculation. A technician who spends the same $12,000 on the same brand gets a completely different result, not because of the equipment, but because the technician knew what to ask for before a single piece of ductwork went in. Now you know too. Subscribe, and if you haven't seen what builders are doing to your garage door, that video is right here.